Hey, what's up? PizzaLovingNerd here. Right now, I'm listening to something you may call a radio. Now, it sounds pretty good. It has this long antenna thing. I can't hear it because I'm wearing headphones. Sounds pretty good, though. And, shoot, it just broke! Well, it looks like I'm going to have to find some alternatives to this radio. Alright, let's get one that everyone knows out of the way. Spotify. Now, Spotify is a service that allows you to listen to any song you want. But, in order to use it, you have to either pay for it or live with ads. There's also radio featured, and these are some great recommendations right here. However, there are radio stations based on different artists as you want, so it doesn't play just that artist, but it does play like songs similar to that artist. So yeah, that's Spotify, everyone knows that one. Next up, we have Google Play Music. Now, that doesn't have a native Linux client, however the community has made its own desktop player. Let's try it out. Well, crap. Alright, next we got Pothos, which is a Pandora client. So, what you do is you type in the name of the stations you want to add. I'm gonna do, I don't know, 9 Inch Nails, it's a pretty good band. Then you can get artists, and it starts auto-playing. Now, not everything is from that band, it shows other similar bands too, so yeah. So yeah, this is basically just a basic Pandora client. Does as intended, that way you don't have to log onto the website. Next. Alright, so far all of these have been using proprietary services. We have Spotify, Google Play Music, and Pandora, so let's do more proprietary services.
No one cares about this proprietary crap. I unsubscribing to Fortnite channel because someone who uses proprietary software also plays Fortnite.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to move to non-proprietary services. We're gonna be starting with Odoo. Now, what this is a application that looks like it belongs in macOS. And it basically lets you stream radio, so, what should I stream? Germany has good music, the US has okay music, Russia has terrible music. You can sort stations by countries. The United States only has 10 stations. Oh, but there's also USA and United States of America. Interesting, I don't remember countries working like that. So, it appears that these are all just FM radio stations, so if you want to listen to FM radio, this could be cool. Just switched it to the dark theme, your eyes will thank you later. This works pretty well as a music player. It's just, it looks like if macOS and Windows 10 had let's just say, not a good looking baby. Next we have Gradio, which is another radio player, so it's gonna take a second to load. Can I get some stations, please? Alright, this is German, I can tell. Get some 90s action going here. Here's the same station, and there we go. This is actually an ad, because it's FM radio.
Maybe to take cash out of your home with...
So this will integrate better with your GNOME desktop, so that's one reason to use this. But it only has one button. It's just this button for playing and stopping, so... I don't know, I don't really like how it controls. To add it to your library, you right-click it and hit Add to Library, so then you have all your radio stations in your library. Cool. Unfortunately, though, Grado was dead. Luckily, it has a spiritual successor called Shortwave by the same developer that is still in beta. So if you want to run beta software, you can check this out, or you can just wait until this is done. Now, this one is easier for station discovery, which is nice, although why are these CSDs so thick? This is Grotto for comparison. Whatever, I'll forgive it, it's still in beta. Anyways, let's find some radio stations. Here we go, you click it, add to library, and then I can play it. I hit the wrong button. Then I can play it. It even has a stream to a device implementation. This is still in beta though, and you can tell. One, its CSDs are super thick, I mentioned that already. Actually, they only get thick when you go to discover radio stations, so you can see the difference here. But also, this thing right here, it will get cut off. It's buffering, I can't pause it! Next up, we have Good Vibes, and dang, this is a small window, let's fix that. So this has some radio stations. How do I add stations? Here we go, add station. So you type the name and the URL. let me find some radio station URLs. Basically, the way these URLs work is you go onto Icecast thing, copy it, paste it in, and then you can play it. So that's how these internet radio things work. This is not good music. This is pretty simple. You add in your radio stations, then it's a list of stuff, and then, yeah. Now,
I don't want something that just plays radio. I want it to be inside my fully featured music player. Stupid Fortnite player.
why are you so demanding? There are some music players with built-in radio. Let's look at some. Byte is an elementary music player, and it has built-in radio, so once you sync your library, if you go into radios, you can add some. I'm gonna add this one. Then you click on it to play it. If you're an elementary OS, this is a very good approach to radio. Good job, Byte. Another similar program is Melody. You open it up, plop into the radio tab, and you have to add a radio stream, which is Icecast again. Head over to the Icecast directory, copy a link address, paste in the URL, give it a random name, and then hit add, and it's lagging. Here we go. Then you just click on it to play it. Again, pretty good approach. Now, if you listen to music on Linux, like I do, you probably already have Lollipop installed. This is one of the most popular music players, and it also allows radio. Plop open the radio tab, head over to it, then you can either tap the search icon and locate your stations. I'm just gonna click a random one, and then it starts playing, and with this plus icon, you can add it to your library. You can also add internet radio stations again from URLs, so you paste in the address, type in a name, and boom, it gets added to your library. This is probably my favorite music player for playing radio right now. Now, most of these are actually GTK, so let's bring in a QT one. Right here we have Clementine, which is another good music player, but we don't care about music. If you go to internet, there's actually several different radio stations on. There's support for Icecast, so you click on it, it will show a bunch of categories, and if you click on a category, then it will show a bunch of stations, and if you click on a station, it starts playing. There's also support for Jamondo radio, which is pretty cool, and it just gives you a huge list of them. Magnitude is also supported inside of Clementine. Sama FM is supported. It also supports classicalradio.com, Intergalactic FM, jazzradio.com, Rock Radio, Radio Tunes, and Spotify if you want to use one of those services too. Overall, there are tons of radio applications for Linux, and in the time I took to cover all of them, I fixed my radio. Thank you for watching this video, and I'd hope to see you in another video. And also thank you to my Patreon supporter, Michelle Valentino, for supporting the channel. I really appreciate the support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.